It is another grim Sunday morning here in Washington. In the aftermath of protests at Black Lives Matter Plaza just down the street from us here at CBS, as well as in other cities across the country. This as the number of corona cases worldwide passed the 25 million mark. Almost a quarter of those cases are here in the U.S. The death toll is near 183,000. We begin this morning with CBS News national correspondent Mark Strassmann in Atlanta, Georgia.
Chaos overnight in Washington, D.C., one block from the White House. Police waving steel batons cleared out a couple hundred Black Lives Matter protesters. They also fired tear gas and flashbang grenades to get people moving. The clashes were among the worst seen here in the last couple months. More confrontation across the country in Portland, Oregon. A caravan of Trump supporters drove downtown and scuffled with protesters.
Get back in your car, dude. Pull the flag out. What you gonna do?
Suddenly, gunfire. A man lay dead in the street, shot in the chest. Police say the hat he wore represented a far-right group. They've battled before with protesters here who have gathered nightly for months.
And thank you, Portland cops, for not doing a damn thing.
No justice, no peace.
And this is Kenosha, Wisconsin, at the intersection of injustice and outrage. It's not on a GPS. You have to feel it to find it, like these protesters. They marched again this weekend because Jacob Blake may never walk again. A week ago, his 3 children screamed as a white police officer shot him 7 times in the back.
What gave them the right to think that my son was an animal?
Blake's father addressed protesters.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. No justice. No justice. And we're not going to stop.
Back in action this weekend, NBA playoff games. After the Kenosha shooting, players began boycotting to protest issues of social justice. Work stoppages spread across the WNBA, Major League Soccer, and Major League Baseball before games resumed. America's other ongoing crisis is COVID, also still in search of needed change. Nationally, new cases and deaths are generally falling, but the new health worry is in Midwest and Upper Plains states, where new cases are rising. And the CDC stumbled again this week. Its revised guidance suggested limiting testing to patients who show viral symptoms. Public health experts pounced. 40% of people with COVID show no symptoms and can spread the virus. Director Robert Redfield later said anyone exposed to the virus can get tested. And with schools from kindergarten to college reopening across the country, health experts expect another COVID spike. Sometime in the next 3 weeks, America's official COVID death toll will top 200,000 people. Just like those protesters, the virus shows no sign of disappearing. Margaret?